Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, June the 27th of 2025. This may very well be a breakthrough weekly trade video for you because I'm going to show you what happens when you have an actual trading plan that you follow consistently. In the video, I'm going to cover the basics of Darko's trading plan, the one that's allowed him to be profitable for 8 consecutive years, which I think is a pretty enviable track record in anyone's book, I'd say. So let's dive in and have a look, and we'll cover an actual trade using the components of Darko's trading plan as our guide, okay? And if you'd be so kind as to hit the like button, we'd sure appreciate that. One more thing, in the comments, let me know if you have a trading plan and if you have followed it and for how long, okay? Because I think that if we ever want to make a significant change, we need to get very honest with ourselves, right? Okay? Oh, and by the way, one more thing here. I have a special free offer for you, as you're going to hear in the video. So have a listen for that as well. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so what I'll do is go through one of Darko's actual trades where he showed a pending order in his pre-market analysis video, his PMA video. So you can see exactly how the plan fit together with the trade setup. I hope that makes sense. And this is on this pair here, the Euro Kiwi pair. Okay, Euro New Zealand dollar. So first of all, obviously Darko has a well laid out trading plan that he's been using for a very, very long time, and that's because it works, obviously. So having a trading plan is step one. If you don't have a trading plan, you need to get one together that you understand and that is repeatable, okay? And before I go any further, if you do not have a trading plan, how would you like to have Darko's? This plan has enabled him to be profitable every single year since he became our lead coach back in November of 2017. That's like almost 8 years ago. That's what you call a robust plan. So if you want Darko's plan, you can just join our CC starter service. It's completely free, and there's a link to it in the text below this video or in the email that you received. Okay, and again, it's Darko's trading plan, and it's completely free. Okay, now let's go over this trade that set up on the Euro Kiwi pair here. And this was a swing trade. And of course, Darko pointed out this trade, as I say, well in advance to our members in his PMA video. And the first thing that Darko talked about was the fact that he has had his higher time frames trending up. You want to see 2 time frames heading in the same direction. Okay, so for a swing trade, that was the monthly and the weekly chart. So here in the upper left is the monthly chart. I'll just zoom that out. Can you see that it's trending higher here? And we have ways of objectively measuring this, by the way, using advanced market flow, but I won't bother with that for now. And here's the weekly chart. It's also trending higher, like higher highs and higher lows, right? Trending up. So that's the first thing that you want to do. And in this case, we have, like I say, both the monthly and the weekly trending up. And we also have what we call identical necklines, with the weekly significant neckline being the same as the monthly. Okay, so we look at it here. This is a level that we want to watch. Okay, because we're trending higher, we're very sensitive to these levels like this. And by the way, I have 3 lines on this chart. That's not normally how it goes, but you'll see in a minute why I have them. But you don't want that many lines. You just need 1 or 2 lines. But in any event, it was also a weekly level. Now, what I've done here, they're trending up, and we start, like I say, we start on the monthly chart. This is if the monthly and the weekly are trending up, okay, we need to know where is a significant level to be considering for trading. And when we start on the monthly, and then we can make little adjustments on the smaller time frames, and Darko goes over all of this in his PMA videos before the trade is filled. So when you look at the monthly, you go down to the weekly, then you go down to the daily and see what's going on. And we want to know, where should we look to enter, okay? Where should we look to enter? And because we are at a weekly level, we can use our 4-hour chart for entry. This is a swing trade. And it's also great that the daily and the 4-hour, I'll show you that here, had the same significant neckline. So here's what's happened. All of this weekly consolidation happened like this, and then we had this little breakout on the chart right here. You see that in the upper right? So if I go to my daily chart, what Darko pointed out to our members is that as we were going down like this, all of a sudden we broke higher. We broke above this, and when we broke above this level, That broke the structure here, and he was now looking at this level back into here, okay, which, by the way, if you look at it, was a pretty good level from just a sensitive level. There seemed to be quite a lot of reaction around it. So he just had his eye on that. But if you go to the 4-hour chart, it was this level right here. This is the level right here. That's a pretty good level. Notice how price came screaming up here, broke through everything up here, okay? So once Darko saw what was going on, the next step is to wait. So listen, when this level here was the same as the daily chart, right? So it's now a waiting game, because when price was up here, Darko told the members this is where he was going to be looking to buy right here. Okay, you got to wait for the pullback. This patience is the hard part of trading. We want to buy weakness in an uptrend, and what we have here is a great big rotation to the upside. You see how price went below this low here and then above everything here. That's a big rotation to the upside. That's one of the patterns, by the way. That Darko uses. Okay, he only has 3 patterns. So once you're filled, now price comes down. He pointed out this level right here, which happened to be a 50% fib. By the way, normally he goes for a deeper retracement, but because of this level and because of the strong trend in this market, this is the one he told people, this is where my pending order is. This is where I'll be trading at. Okay. So once you're filled, it's now time, trade management time. Normally on a trade like this, where the higher time frame trends are in your favor, we call this a hands-off trade management protocol. Meaning you just leave it alone because you're trading with the trend. Don't try to get cute with it. Let it run. With current market uncertainty and the geopolitical stuff going on, Darko's been more cautious, removing risk when practical. Okay. So when you get into the trade, you also need to know before getting into the trade where your stop's going to go and when your take profit levels are going to be at. And in this case, the stop goes below the start of the big swing up, right down in here. Okay, and you can see the subsequent move after it hit here. It went straight up here and that. So the first, now listen, when I say went straight up, these are 4-hour candles. That means you get filled in here. Look at all the time you have to wait. This is a long time, and this is what can really be the train wreck of a lot of traders. They can't stand waiting all this time in here because they have a short-term mentality, but they're taking a longer-term trade. So you have to have the right mindset. Now we get into psychological factors. That's another story in itself. But in any event, the patience is what you need in here. And why I have these other lines drawn, and I'll show you, because you got to know now, where you're going to take profit. So the first level he pointed out to our members was this one right here. See how it touched here, and it kept all these touches in here. So that's where he was looking, saying, hey, listen, if it gets up in here, take some profit. And then the next level up was this one here. You see how it was a support level here, and again here, and then it broke it, and you can hardly see it here, but it was actually hit it again here. It also happened to be an extension, a Fibonacci extension from the low to the high of 162%. And he told everybody, look, don't try to get the very last pip out of these things. That's not what we do. Just give it some leeway. And the profit was taken up in this level here. And what a trade. It was really good. And this is what a trade looks like when you have a trading plan. That's the whole point of this. And a trading plan that you follow. And listen, this ended up being a very big winning trade, something like 450 pips, right? But listen, it's only an example. I wish they all worked out like this. Obviously, they don't. We have losing trades. We have losing streaks. Right now, Darko is on, I think he's on one of the biggest winning streaks that he's ever had. And it could keep going for a long time. We just don't know. Or maybe the next trade will be a loser. See, that's the mindset that you have to get over. We don't know. We take high odds winning setups, and we just put them on because we have confidence in what we're doing. Okay? So that's trading. We don't hang our hats on wins and losses. We just follow the same boring approach, taking these high odds setups and managing them impeccably. So I hope that was insightful. And remember that if you want access to Darko's trading plan, you can get it, and it's absolutely free, no strings attached, by joining our CC Starter service. There's a link in the text below this video or in the email that you received. And when you do join the CC Starter service, just log into the site and then click on the bonus tab, and you'll see Darko's trading plan there. Okay? In closing, I'll say this. Right now, it's arguably a very tough market environment. Lots of uncertainty, geopolitical stuff going on. But the example you just saw in the video shows you just how robust Darko's trading plan is. I mean, it's allowed him to be profitable 8 years in a row. So pretty hard to beat. So again, be sure to get your free copy of it. And don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at all. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great weekend. Take care.